Hello, my name is Phil Wise, and I am the oldest living gay man in the city of Dayton. So, you are Drew,
True.
and you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Drew Hoffman, and I am about 26 years old, and I've lived in Dayton for about 6 to 7 years.
Okay. I have a list of questions for you, and so we start off with, what are your pronouns?
He, him.
He, him. Okay. And how do you define? So you're not, how do you define? And the terms are?
Oh, he, him. So I'm just a cisgender man, so just regular.
Okay. So you're a cisgender man, which means you are gay? You define as gay?
Oh, yes, I define as gay.
Okay. And I think now that I've got a little more information about you, I don't need to ask this question, but did you grow up in a church?
No.
No. Okay.
Grew up around a lot of churches, though, so.
And you had friends growing up. Were you sexual with your friends?
Probably like a little bit, but not until I was like 16. So.
Okay. And are you a member of the Dayton Gay Center?
Not a member, no, but I have volunteered with them for the last 6, 7 years.
Okay. And what age did you come out?
Probably when I was 18.
Wow. And who did you tell?
It was a woman who I was living with because I was still in foster care at the time. So it was one of my last foster homes, and it was a lesbian couple. And it was just interesting that throughout all of the foster homes, that was probably, the most fitting foster home I could have had. But I had to go through, 2 group homes and another foster home where it was just a hetero couple, and that's fine. But this was where I felt primarily more myself and more comfortable. So it was on Christmas Eve of 2015, and I had told her, and she was like, honey, I already knew. So.
Oh, the lesbian told you?
Yeah.
She already knew?
Yeah, she was like, I already knew, but we love you regardless, So it was just more loving and kind. So.
And do you still have an association with those women?
Not one of them, but the one that I came out to. Yeah, I talk to her from time to time on Facebook Messenger.
Okay. And the last question I have is, do you ever wish that your life was different?
I think I do wish that my life would be a little different in the sense of like people who are gone and passed away are still around. I don't think I would wish for anything else to be completely different, because then I wouldn't be who I am now. And so I think to go into life with without a lot of regrets, I'd say, shows confidence and acceptance for the natural ways of life. So, and I think a lot of people would come up to me and be like, well, you sound more, wise for your age. But on the outside, I probably look like, someone that's shy or someone that just doesn't want to talk. But I'm very social and extroverted, and I love art and music and poetry and all of those things. And so, again, I don't think I would shape too much of my life or wish for it to be too different, because then I would lose probably hobbies or interests that I love so much in this life. So that's pretty much it then.
Okay. So do you have questions for me?
I do. Can you share a memory of a specific LGBTQ event, gathering, or community space that had a significant impact on you during your youth?
during my youth.
Mm-hmm.
I was raised and grew up in Indiana, right across the state line.
Okay.
And I was at a meeting of the Methodist youth, and one of the women in the car, who was a girl then, asked the minister what it meant to be queer.
Mm-hmm.
And that was very difficult for him to answer, and it was very difficult for me to listen to. So, yeah.
Do you, like, as you have grown older, have you learned that queer has now almost changed its definition in a way?
We have changed the definition.
Yeah,
We have
yeah.
reclaimed the word.
Right.
And,
For positive things.
yeah.
Because it's more of like an umbrella term, I'd say, for those who are questioning or not really sure where they want to be. And they, in California, someone will just say, I'm queer, but, sometimes, it could be anywhere, but, sometimes around different Ohio towns, they'll say queer as an insult still, even today. But in California, you ask someone, what do you identify as? And they use the word queer as that terminology or identification because, they're still figuring themselves out or they just don't want a label.
Right.
So I think that's a nice that we've kind of reclaimed that word for ourselves. And then my next question would be, were there any subcultures within the gay community that you were actively involved with or identified with in your childhood or teenage years?
No.
No?
There wasn't anything available for me. And I came out at the age of 20 in
Okay.
1960 to my parents, and I was immediately sent to the psychiatrist who immediately passed away. And so Mother had much more trauma with that than I did.
I'm sorry about that.
So I went to Muncie, Indiana for a while to see a psychiatrist, and then he transferred me to Dayton because I was coming to Dayton to take classes to learn to be a CPA, and that never happened. So I had a career in data processing. I don't remember where we were.
That's okay. I can ask you, were there any notable moments or milestones in gay activism that you actively participated in or witnessed growing up?
I am the only surviving member of the people who got the Dayton Gay Center going.
That's awesome.
And it became the Lesbian and Gay Center for a while. And we promised the women that we would put lesbian first if they would get involved and do things with the center. So,
let's see. Did you find any connection in LGBT support organizations, and how did they impact your sense of community?
most of my involvement was with the center, and repeat the question.
Did you find connection in any gay support organizations, and how did they impact your sense of community?
Okay, so being involved with the center meant that I had to be openly out in the community. And I had several different positions as I was going through my career. And the last one was with Wright State University, which was not too openly gay at the time, and I went with the idea that I would fag up the place. So we did several things, one of which we started an organization called Allies. And Jeff Trezak was on staff in the library, and the Trezak brothers, who are, I think, both gay, were involved around town in different functions. And so he put out a memo to all of staff and faculty about starting Allies. And people came in and shut my door and said, "How can he do this?" And I informed those people that things were changing at the university, and Jeff Trezak was part of the change that was happening. So, yeah, that affected me a lot. One, going to university to work, and two, being involved in Allies.
Were there any specific rituals or traditions within the gay community during your youth that might be less prevalent today? Things that maybe you did as a gay man that we don't really see now. Like in the sense of like celebrations or different kinds of events that kind of have disbanded, or groups that have changed into bigger groups.
Well, everyone, when I was a youth, everyone was quote unquote closeted. And now everyone is out.
I still think there's some people that are closeted, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's more of a safer
Most
place.
of the population was. And
What advice would you give to those younger generations that are like, you know, here today in the world about navigating their journey of self-discovery and acceptance as gay people or trans people and coming out in a world that is now?
Get politically involved and pay attention to the right wing for those people who want to try to corral us. I think my suggestion to younger folks would be, don't be intimidated. So,
Just to be more confident.
well, I don't think it's necessary. I don't believe that it's necessary to be confident in order to be gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgendered. But intimidation is a horrible trait.
Mm-hmm. And then I guess my last question would be, did you have any role models or sources of inspiration within the gay community when you were growing up? Whether that's music or drag or other queer people?
No.
No?
Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
came out in 1960 when I was 20, and as far as I knew, I was alone on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have any.
Do you have any now?
Yeah, and I have lots.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say I have lots of gay friends
Mm-hmm.
in Dayton and Cincinnati and so on and so forth. Who are very supportive and very interesting. And
What are some films that stick out to you and make you feel more accepted and supported as a gay man?
oh, like movies?
Yeah. Like some people would say, Moulin Rouge or burlesque or a lot of musical theater. There's a lot of gay people that like musical theater just because it's, it's artsy, it's creative, it's glitter, it's gold, it's costuming and things like that. But yeah, I just want to know what films stick out to you.
There aren't any that I really hang my hat on.
Mm-hmm.
That stick out.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as theater goes, I really enjoy, and I don't know when I learned this, but I really enjoy opera.
Okay.
And that's partly because of musical theater and the costuming, and it's the whole ball of wax, and it's older, but I really enjoy 20th century American pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that a lot of musical theater might previously been defined as opera in some other time.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then my other question is, the current state of the world now and everything that's happening in it. How would you suggest someone that doesn't have access to an LGBT center in their country find support?
Just be out and be accepting and be yourself.
Mm-hmm. And if you do have internet and you can access, those resources, then definitely utilize those as well. I mean, I believe there's like something called Rainbow Railroad that almost like helps people immigrate, I think, to the United States, especially if they aren't experiencing acceptance or that kind of support in their own country. So I'd have to look more into Rainbow Railroad, but that's the idea I get of it. There's just so much, there's a lot of good in the world, but I feel like there's a lot of bad in the world. And even if there's a drop of nothing and they can't even access the internet, exactly what you said is to just, be loving, be kind, and be supportive, but there's only one of you, so the best way that you can go about that is loving yourself.